Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mikey Report for July 5th, 2010. Of course, I am Mikey Edwards here inside our Mikey Report studios. Pardon me. Of course, we have a lot to cover as well. Also, big news, as always, the BP oil spill. That's the cleanup is still going on, and oil's still spewing. And we also have hurricane season going on until sometime in November, so that also is a factor. We also have the excessive heat for this week here in the Pennsylvania area. 100-degree temperatures, definitely breaking records. We're also going to look at a couple sports things. Baseball, obviously, the NBA free agency, a couple big signings already. Amari Stoudemire, we'll talk about him later. And also, the World Cup is about to finish up. We'll give you the two semifinal games that are going to be going on starting tomorrow, tomorrow. And then a local news story. And just want to say happy belated 4th of July if you ended up going to see some fireworks shows over the last few days. I applaud you. I've taken in some fireworks as well down at my church. Up at my church, I should say, Pickville Assembly God, 3364 Scranton Carbondale Highway, Blakely, PA. I had a huge Celebrate Freedom extravaganza. So that was a big to-do, and it turned out pretty well, as a lot of the productions do there, so I applaud all the Pickvillians. But to the stories on tap for today. Of course, the BP oil spill is still going on, and it's starting to take an emotional toll on the area, and it is now hitting all the Gulf states, so it's definitely hitting hard. It's spreading faster than and then it can be cleaned up. And also, something that worries the Gulf is hurricane season. Right now, there's a storm near the Yucatan. We know Hurricane Alex hindered the cleanup process. We're not sure if this storm near the Yucatan will factor it either, but there is a potentiality that it could become the second named storm of the hurricane season. And continuing on the news front, in local news, the PA budget is overdue. That's not surprising. Here's another thing that's not surprising. Ed Rendell threatening to veto on the budget if the companion legislation disputes aren't resolved. That budget right now is estimated at $28 billion, and Rendell is threatening to veto that if the fiscal codes and some health things don't clear. Of course, the excessive heat is a big thing for the eastern PA area, and we go into weather on that. High temperatures today were in the lower 90s up in northeast PA, and higher 90s, even 100 down here in the Philly metro area. Phoenixville actually tied a record at 100. And tomorrow it's going to be more of the same. Hamlin will be at 92. Phoenixville and Philly around 100 degrees, if not higher. Current temperatures we're looking at around mid 70s, low 80s right now for across the eastern Pennsylvania corridor. A 10-day our 10-day forecast for the Philly Phoenixville area, we got 99 degrees for Wednesday. Thursday at 90. Friday we're looking at a 90-degree day. Saturday we are looking at anywhere between 82 and 88 degrees. 84 to like 89 on Saturday. No wait, that's Sunday. Sunday I was looking at, my bad. Monday we're looking at a 90-degree day. Next Tuesday we're looking at 86, 87 degrees, and then 89, 90 for Wednesday. Up in the Scranton metro area, Wednesday is going to be hot at 90, and then 80s and 70s the rest of the week. 82 Thursday and Friday, Saturday at 75, Sunday at 77, Monday at 82, Tuesday and Wednesday 80 and 81. Friday and Saturday are, and next Tuesday and Wednesday there are potentials for thunderstorms, isolated or scattered, so definitely have the umbrella just in case, and be careful if there happen to be any damaging winds as well. Okay, quickly to the sports news. World Cup semis going on in South Africa starting at 2:30 Eastern Time today, with Uruguay and the Netherlands. Germany and Spain go tomorrow at 2:30. The losers of those two games will be playing at 2:30 on Saturday in the third place match, and the championship will be 2:30 on Sunday. All on the ESPN family of networks: ABC, ESPN3, Mobile TV, and ESPN or ESPN2. Okay, in NBA free agency, Amari Stoudemire is going to be heading to the Knicks, getting about $20 million a year, 5 years, $99.7 million. Joe Johnson is going to stay with the Hawks for the largest contract of this free agency period so far, $119 million over 6 years. Paul Pierce gets $61 million to stay in Boston, and Dirk Nowitzki is hanging around in Maverick country for $20 million a year over 4 years, so it's $80 million. LeBron is planning to make a decision on Wednesday or Thursday as to where he plans on going this free agent season. Brian Cashman, the Yankee general manager, says, he'll be a Knick. LeBron James attended his camp in Akron with a Yankees hat on. Of course, he is a huge, pretty sizable Yankee fan. And speaking of baseball, Tampa Bay beat Boston 6-5. Randy Cho picks up his second win of the season, and Rafael Soriano picks up his 22nd save. And Roy Halladay defeats, and the Phillies defeat the Braves 3-1. Phillies are 4 games back, and the Yankees were leading Oakland at last check 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Of course, the score definitely has changed. We'll get that updated as soon as possible. That's it. Have a good night.